it's almost like when we say experience love in every sip, we really mean it, because we're radiating love as we're making it. We're using all fresh ingredients. So the tea, I use different tea blends. The tea is naturally brewed and steeped. So it's a whole process that we go through. So if you place an order, it's like, okay, give us some time because we're making it fresh for you. So it's not just, we're making it fresh. But I love it. I enjoy it. So back to your question, where can you buy it? www.oneness.beverages.com. So we do have a website so you can see our other flavors that we have. Right now we're doing deliveries in kind of the Atlanta area. We're mainly focused on deliveries because it's a lot easier to deliver, or someone can pick it up. They can pick it up at our commercial kitchen. They can meet us there to pick up. And then we have other clients that we ship to as well. I have not yet shipped the gallons yet, so I can't even tell you what that's looking like in terms of shipping costs. We've shipped the smaller bottles, but I will check into the gallons, and I got you. And anyone else, if someone mentions this show, then you will get a discount on any orders that you place with us.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You know what? I cannot have you here. You know what I'm going to ask you? If not the whole poem, but the poem where you're talking about echinacea, golden seal, and yes, you got to just give me a snippet, and then I'm just going to sit back and chill.
Oh, Tracy, you are having me dig back in the archives. Ooh!
That is what we do.
I remember when I wrote that piece at the time, I was probably going through something, honestly. Because normally when I write, I'm writing based on either what I'm feeling or someone else. I call myself an empath because not only I take in a lot of energy and I push out. And so when I take it in, I feel it. Like, if you know anybody else that says, I'm an empath, like, what does that mean? It means we absorb a lot of energy, and we have to be careful with the energy that we absorb. And so I found myself at a place where I was absorbing some energy that I shouldn't have been. Mm-hmm. And so I don't even know. I think I called it, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah, sick and tired.
I remember the first part. I don't know. Okay, I remember part of it. So I'm going to have another blank moment.
Okay, but the next
here we go. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I took some echinacea, garlic, and vitamin C and D so I can get this, excuse my French, shit out of my bloodstream, you see. I can't seem to shake this sickness because I keep opening up my pores and letting him enter my soul. Do you really expect me to sit down and twiddle my thumbs as you move from different frogs? And I don't even know what the hell I said after that. But basically, I was just like, I'm sick of this stuff. And I'm about to take this 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C, D, and E, and echinacea, and garlic, and all this so I can get you out of my bloodstream because I can't keep opening up my pores and letting you into my soul to bruise me. So it was one of those, no, I'm done. I'm done. And guess what?
What?
We got married. You know the ring on it. If you like it, then you said I put a ring on it.
Well,
we actually just celebrated our 19th anniversary. Yes, 19 years of togetherness.
Okay.
Togetherness. So echinacea, garlic, all that echinacea, garlic, and vitamin C and D, it helped. Let me tell y'all. No, I'm just kidding. No, but no, I truly am with my soulmate. I feel like we're friends. But anyway, that he's gonna be mad. Like, why you got to put our business out there? But babe, whatever. You know what it is. We got a business now. What is it?
Well, heck, the clip I was going to show had him in it, because what was his group?
Central Division.
Central Division.
Yes, Central Division.
Devour, never been sour. I kept with my skills, my days will come when I can rock upon the mic with hype beats and drums. So listen up closely, Central is my homie, but now since I'm rocking, you wanna phone me. It's like EOPEOEPOD, the RHIOT, yo, it's coming like in 3D. My
forecast is looking bleak. The foundation is beginning to bend and creak. And if you have no floor, then how can you reach your peak? Jesus was a carpenter, so if you can't build with me, then don't even speak.
Central Division. So he's still a writer. Now we're working on developing the boys. So we have teenagers now, just turned 16 and 14. And they're amazing. I mean, you would think they're probably professional basketball players because they're tall as ever. But they're very artistic also. My youngest, he reads music, he plays the tuba, he plays the trumpet, he wants to play the baritone now. He writes. He actually came to me one day and said, "Mom, I wrote an album. I need it laminated." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he was like, "Oh, Mom, me and my friend wrote a comic book." And this is 4th grade. "Me and my friend wrote a comic book. Here it is." And they did the artwork and everything. I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm like, we've got to develop them. Like, now we got to, what we poured into ourselves, and I've been pouring into my kids, but it's been, the mommy stuff. But now I'm like, all right, you guys are teenagers now. You guys are 2 Black boys. I got to make sure you guys are sufficient. I got to make sure you guys are good across the board with what our Black men are dealing with right now. And it's scary. So I've had to have some tough, challenging conversations with my children. But it also was me reinforcing that I've got to make sure that they've got all of this goodness in them. So when they go out and have to deal with the world, they got on their armor of love of God. They're protected in the blood of Jesus, or whatever you believe, Buddha, whoever, Allah, I don't care, believe in something. Because right now we need some belief in our lives. But I say all that to say is now we're just really focusing on developing our children as artists as well. They're not at the point where, they'll probably be willing to like recite anything. I'm still working on that. But they're like, Tracy, they saw some old videos and because they didn't know that side of me. And they were like, "Mommy, that was you. Mommy, you're on TV. That was you." I was like, your mom's pretty dope if you didn't know. I mean, look at y'all. Look at you guys. You're a product of me and your dad. I'm just saying. I mean, you were destined for greatness. I mean, and I won't have it any other way. So I say all that to say it's just pouring into them and making sure they're good. So with the drinks, now you triggered something in me, Tracy, to get my notebook. I have my little notebook. Choose to Shine notebook. And I'm so thank you, Tracy, for igniting that in me again. I appreciate you.
But thank you for your beverage that I only got to swallow.
As your children continue to look to you and your husband for inspiration, wisdom, and you continue to influence them, who's your person? Like, who do you look to for that influence or just that extra push or sense of wisdom? Any of that?
I spend a lot of time in meditation, so I have to give credit all due to God, right? That's my first person I commune with, I talk to, I give thanks to for everything. So I would say God first. My husband second. He gets it all. The good, the bad, the great, the in between. Him, my mom, my dad, I talk to them. I don't talk. Even though right now you're like, "Oh, you're so talkative." I'm a very private person, if you can believe that. So it's only a few people that I open up to: my husband, my mom, my sisters. That close knit group is probably who I would say are my strength. And I have a load of friends. I have not a load, but I have a good circle of friends where we are genuinely supportive of each other. We do our check-ins. How are you? How are you doing? Good morning. Have a great, prosperous day. Sending affirmations, quotes, or scriptures, or whatever. So I would say I surround myself with people that are like-minded. And so that way it helps me even when I'm having a bad day. Someone sending me a text, "Have a great day, beautiful," or this or that. And so that helps me get through. And then just being able to have, my husband as a great support. He's probably he's my best friend. So I go to him with everything. So yeah.
I guess a follow-up question to that would be, what's next for MJ? What's next for Infinity? What's growing at this point?
So I will give you guys, it's still in the works. And again, I won't go too deep with it, but I lost my brother in 2018 at 34. He had a seizure in his sleep. And what we learned, he also dealt with mental health issues. And what we found as we were pulling together his obituary, we were in his room and we were like, we got it all together. And that was one of the hardest things, is like, if you've lost a loved one that's planning their funeral, it is like one of the hardest things. And so we are like pulling together how we're going to end his obituary. And I'm in his room and I find a plastic bag of papers crumbled up as if it was trash. I looked in, I pulled it out. It was a poem. And I read it. And I sat there and bawled. And my sister came in and she's like, what? And I said, I found the last piece to the obituary. And so we added it onto the obituary and we had someone recite it at the funeral. But in addition to that one, he had a bag full of writings. And so what we said is, and I'll just give you a little extra because it's on my heart, but my brother suffered from bipolar, schizophrenia, and seizures. And so a lot of the times we were like, is he out of his mind? But when we read what he was writing, it was like, he had a very interesting divine mind. Like, we didn't even see that side of him. And so now our project, and my sisters and I stacked hands and we said, we have to do something with this. We have to put his writings together and make it into, whether it's a book or what, we're still kind of working through that, but that's kind of my next big thing is continuing with my brother's legacy, taking his writings and formulating that into a book. Because he used to always say, they're going to do a movie on Chris Rock, going to do a movie on me. And we used to be like, that's him talking that crazy talk again. So we let him talk. But him dealing with his mental illness and what he was able to do to overcome, and some of the stories we have on how angels were on his side when he probably should have been gone. He had angels always watching over him. And so that for me is the next big thing.
Okay.
That's huge. And it's so heartfelt, and just honoring his legacy. I know it means a lot to you guys, a lot to you. And in that vibe, in that spirit, what legacy are you leaving behind, MJ?
You know, I think we're building it. You know, I think it's in promoting health, wellness, love.
Yes.
You know, I want to be able to say at the end of the day, my kids, and they pass to their kids and then their kids' kids, is a legacy of love. And knowing that love cures and heals all things. And if you do things out of love, even when you're frustrated, take a step back, take a deep breath. I get frustrated all the time. I'm not perfect. I get frustrated with my kids or whatever it is. I get frustrated and I have to take a step back. I have to breathe. I have to woo-saw a little bit. But then I have to remember, okay, pull on that love strength, pull on that love energy. And for me, that is my activator. And so if I can be able to pass just that essence and presence of love, and knowing not only does it heal, but it can create for you as well, whether it's creating of artistry, food, because when I cook with love too. That's when anybody has my food, they're like, oh my God, it's so amazing. Because you tasting a little bit of my secret ingredient, my love. So I would say my legacy is probably passing on that healing love power and making sure that that continues down, because without that, we're doomed. Honestly, we are. Is
there anything that, if you had the opportunity to just go back in time and you were sitting at a table with young Infinity, young MJ, what would you say?
I think I would say, don't give up, shoot for the stars. let those ideas manifest. Because I will tell you guys, I have a lot of lightning bolt moments. Even back then, I would have lightning bolt moments, and if I didn't act on it, the next thing you know, I turned around and guess what? Somebody else was doing it. And it was a learning lesson for me to say, don't sit. Like when it comes to you, that's God inspiring you. Like when you feel something, you're like, oh, I should. But wait, I don't have this, or what about that? Or then you start asking all these questions, or it's trying to explain why you're not ready yet, or why it's not the right time. And then you turn around and somebody else is doing what you should have been doing. And so that was my hardest lesson, because I've witnessed that for myself several times. And that's why with oneness, it was like, when it came to my husband and I, it was like, we have to do this. We can't sit on this. We got to move forward. And then other things now, when it comes to me, it's like, don't wait to have your business plan, because next thing you know, your plan's going to be in somebody else's hands. Do it. Act on it. So that's probably what I would tell my younger self, is don't wait for everything to be perfect. Just jump in, do it, have the faith, and everything else will work itself out.
Yeah, don't be paralyzed by perfection, because
because we're perfectionists. It got to be perfect.
Nah,
no, I don't. You got a thought? Go start it.
Heck, if we would have waited for perfection, we wouldn't be doing this right
now. Amen to that. Yes.
Sorry, and you know what? Loud. One more thing. I was talking with Tia. I'm not sure whether it was this morning or yesterday, when I had an epiphany. I was saying the name of your drink to her. And so I said, it's oneness. And then I was like, oneness. Oh, it's oneness. I was thinking one, and I was like, oneness. Oh, I couldn't make that connection until I actually said it out loud, as oneness.
So I don't know if you can see my shirt. So the idea is it's one love, oneness.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, so that's why in the little thing I wrote, it's like one love, oneness. And actually, this is what I forgot to say, is how we even came up with that idea. My husband and I, we build a lot. We take walks and we talk a lot. And it was one of our walking building sessions. We were talking about the state, and this is before this 2020 started. We were talking about the state of the world, and we were like, yeah, we're really all one. And we were talking about we need to come together collectively, and we were just building. And then we were like, oneness. Yeah, I like that. And so, but then we didn't want it to be how you spell oneness. It was like the number one, meaning we are all one, and ness. So together it's oneness. So it's like one love, oneness. So that's how we came up with the name.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was this morning when Tracy was talking about it, and I said, oh my gosh, I love that play on words. That's dope. And she said, no, it's the number one. I said, yeah, I get it. It's dope. So yeah. Kudos to you for that. That was good.
Thank you.
And it's very fitting. It's very appropriate when you start to take control of your health in the right way. It is a oneness type of thing, because you get more into self. You are on the path of where you're supposed to be going. So it's a perfect name for the perfect time. This is the perfect time.
Yes.
So.
For sure. Yes.
So MJ, how do we keep up with you? How do we keep up with oneness? We want to follow you. We want to watch your journey. We want to watch the growth. We want to watch the growth of your children. How do we keep up with you?
And we want some oneness.
Oh,
I got you guys. I got y'all. So Instagram, or you can go to our website. We've got our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. www.NESSbeverages.com. So onenessbeverages.com. So you can go to our website and you can link to our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter from there. Or if you are just on Instagram, it's also the number one _beverages is our IG. So yeah, definitely follow us. And we are excited about our new products. We're really excited about our elderberry and our sea moss, because as you know, if you guys are into health stuff, though, is excellent. I call it my flu shot. I give it to my kids. I've been giving it to my kids, and even before all this corona stuff, we hadn't been sick. I mean, allergy seasons, you might hear a sniff and all that. But when I tell you we are diligent with taking our stuff, and it helps us to make sure we stay healthy. And that's what we're about, is how can we naturally heal people. So we were actually giving away like free bottles of our elderberry just because I wanted people to have it. It wasn't about me making money. It was about how can I help make sure people are good. What can help them? This has helped us. Maybe it'll help them. So it was more of me just saying, here, try it. I'll give it to you. You know, if I see you and I got it, or if you order from me, I'll throw it in, you know, just so you can try it for yourself. So yeah, that's how you can find us.
So I love that you do everything. Like, your work really speaks to what you believe in. Like, even with giving away it's just out of love. And I feel your energy. I love it. I love what you're doing. We love what you're doing. We can't wait to get some of the beverages, by the way.
I can't wait. Are you here?
I am here in Atlanta.
Okay, so we'll talk. I'll see what side of town you're on.
Okay.
We got to ship to you, Tia, but I got you too.
Thank you so much. I can't wait. I'm going to be all up on your website. Like, oh, I'll try this. I'll try that. Yeah, because I'm really.
Give me Tia's little bundle, and I try to keep it safe for her.
Right. He's going to drink his. He's going to drink yours and order some more.
He's going to make me walk to Atlanta. That's what he's going to make me do.
But Miss Infinity, so we got to have you back. So when your schedule allows, you can be part of this panel. And yeah, like I said, this is the launch of Between the Lines. And I'm glad you are a part of this launch. And I just can't wait.
I'm excited. This is awesome. I thank you guys again for doing this. Thank you guys for having me. It was great to be able to speak, especially at a time like now with what's going on in the world. At any time in this year, decade, ever, I think this conversation is relevant no matter what time and space we're in. So thank you guys again for allowing the forum. And we'll just continue to say, as much as we can spread love. I think that is what we need right now is check in on people too, because we're closing out Mental Health Awareness Month. And as you guys told you, it's near and dear to my heart. And with that, it also means checking in with people. There's a lot going on, not just with the pandemic, but everything else, police brutality. It's crazy. And we have to do a better job checking in. And we have to do a better job at forgiving, because when we don't forgive and we let go of some things that happened in our past. I'm not talking to so-and-so because it's like, how that was 20 years ago. Really? You still holding on to that? When you hold on to stuff, guess what? You clog up. Your energy can't flow through your body properly when you hold on to stuff. You end up clogging up. You're like, why am I going through this? Because you're still holding on to something from 10 years ago. Great. Let it go. And let God. Let go and let God. So when you learn to forgive, I think it starts with forgiveness, have compassion. Yes. Right? Have some compassion and spread love. If we can do those three things, I'm telling you, I think we will definitely see a change in this world more than ever. We have to do more. We can't continue on what we do. It's going to take, and people say an act of God. Well, guess what? God preaches on forgiveness, compassion, love, faith, hope. I mean, all of that. If we can do a little bit more of that, it only takes a few to start there. When two or more come together, what do they say, y'all? Just say it.
I agree. You say it with them. That's right. 2 or 3 are gathered in his name. That's right.
Exactly. So that's what we need right now. So thank you guys again for allowing us to be able to express and do just that.
I think we all need to hear that, right? I mean, I don't even watch the news that much because it's depressing, but the reality is that we need to be prepared, just like you were saying. So definitely keep preaching that, because we need to hear it and we need to be prepared. Don't be blinded by what's coming and what is. So I'm gonna do this one piece where one day I will tell you, I'll be honest, I got high, I was blown. I was like, I'm never ending, I'm all encompassing, I'm infinity. That's what I'm gonna go by, infinity. Everybody, when you get in the spoken words thing, you need a name, right? So I was like, yeah, I'm infinity, I'm infinite shit. So I'm gonna do my first I am. So that's when I had my little high experience and said who I am. I am a sister a strong black sister, sent here to nurture my people's souls, to seek the lessons and let them be told through my spoken word, in hopes that the truth will unfold. I am a sister, a strong black sister, who has walked through the valleys and climbed the highest mountain peaks, seeking to find the true me aside from this identity that society has bestowed on me. I am a Nubian queen. A Nubian queen standing with my king so that we may lead the dark into the light, enlightening them to a world they've never heard or seen before because they have lost their sight. I am a Nubian queen. A Nubian queen who was born to teach so that I may reach the masses and tell them to open their eyes and see these lies that society has conditioned us to live by. Look at how we kill over dollar bills and how we flash the gold teeth in our mouths and ride the fattest rides just to show we got cash. But that shit won't last because money made quick is money gone fast. Didn't you know that dough is burned every day so that the government can control the inflation rate? Now ask yourself, what value does it really hold when it's simply paper being generated to feed our souls by those who we call our foes? But y'all don't hear me though. I am a pharaoh who is on a hunt to find those who still believe that the term know thyself was indoctrinated by the Greeks. And here we have philosophers such as Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates utter these words. But to be honest, they never heard until Alexander the Great invaded Egypt and saw the hieroglyphics on the outside walls of the temples addressed to the neophytes. So if you don't know this, then you might just want to pick up a book. Read it for yourself. Don't just believe my truth. Educate your mind and put your brain to use. I am infinity. Infinitely, I am one with the universe. I am energy at its highest form, transforming myself into the black hole so that I may fold and shape time as Einstein once theorized. Because time is only relative to your point of reference, so my essence is felt everywhere. Because time holds no constraints on me. I am limitless, with no beginning or end. I am infinity. I am infinity. The all of everything. My love is infinite. My heart is infinite. My soul is infinite. My life is infinite. I've been infinitely placed here to shine my light. So I ask that you be still and feel my divine spirit's essence. Allow the truth that you live by to be manifested in your life. Elevate your mind to heights that the average mind cannot perceive. Allow your deeds to be a reflection of your thoughts and your words, and never let anybody tell you you are less than your worth. You are earth, you are moon, you are stars, you are wisdom, you are knowledge. We are gods. I am a sister. I am a Nubian queen. I am a pharaoh. I am infinity.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We're here with Neo Soul. Abyss up in the house. He just rocked the fucking mic, yo. He had us chanting. He had us feeling the Holy Ghost. So right now, we got a superstar in our presence. What's been going on with you? Where have you been? You've been touring all over. Tell us what's going on.
I've been all over. I just got back from D.C. honoring Lin-Manuel at the National Archives. You know, just been riding around and getting it. And I'm all...
Well, thank you, Miss MJ. We were excited to have you. You actually blew my mind. You exceeded my expectation. I knew I was going to get a little poetry. I was going to hear about some juice, but I had no idea that I was going to be so inspired. I should have known, though, because Tracy talked about you so much. So I should have had some inclination. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for your time, for your gifts, for your talents, for your love, for your blessings. Thank you for being you. We appreciate you, and we can't wait to work with you.
Thank you. I'm back anytime, Tracy. Just let me know.
Will do. Well, until the next time, Between the Lines, exploring what's on the mind.